Hello, happy Monday, everybody. I see the chat has already gotten started. Let me just run the countdown and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. Welcome. This is our third live stream. I'm so excited, you guys. What this is really turning into is basically chit chat about the most recent episode of Sister Wives. So we're on episode 4, I think it was called, and then there were 3. Hold on, let me check my notes. Yeah, and then there were 3. And you guys chat with each other, you ask questions, I answer your questions, and we just have fun. And I'm really enjoying what this has kind of turned into. Welcome, welcome. If this is your first live. Okay. In my opinion, this episode went by so fast. I don't know if you guys saw my video yesterday, but I usually Sunday mornings I get up and I watch all the 90 Day Fiancés that are out. Now 90 Day Fiancé UK is over, but usually I'll watch all the 90 Day Fiancés and I'll watch Sister Wives. And I swear I felt like this episode was like 20 minutes long. I thought we were going to get like, I don't know, maybe Janelle's Coyote Pass storyline dragged out some more. We just leapt right into Christine breaking the news to everyone. And wow. Was that conversation. I think it gave us a peek behind the curtain, really, because when Cody starts talking about bringing back the patriarchy, I was just like, oh my gosh. I liked Christine's 40-49 reaction. She was so right. He could have had 50-50 custody this whole time. Christine has never made her kids pawns. She's never even hinted at that. So it's really absurd for him to think that she's taking Truly away when Truly has literally been there the whole time. And you just said that visiting your daughter in the snow was inconvenient. So nobody is buying what you are trying to sell. I would echo this as well. You feel the show is kind of going slow, but mind-blowing at the same time. We're still getting these like long, drawn-out conversations that kind of just don't seem genuine sometimes. And it's like, I mean, at least we're not talking about the catfishing. I wonder if the catfishing incident will play into this at all. If, Christine will say, hey, Mary, why don't you back me up more? Like, you were ready to leave too. So in the beginning, this episode opens with Cody saying that his wives threaten to leave him all the time. This is not new. He almost, in my opinion, like brags about it. And, I'm like, okay, that's an extremely weird flex, but maybe he was just trying to justify the reason why he's not taking Christine seriously. I have no idea. Mary's reaction threw me. It threw me too. What did she say? Like, come on, guys, let's get our head out of our butts. I think Mary's another one that Christine is relieved to be leaving behind. Yeah, I mean, Christine said she's not that close to Mary. She's not that close to Robin. And it seems like from what we've seen on social media that she is clearly maintaining her relationship with Janelle, her relationship with Janelle's kids. So it seems like I think Christine is really taking the attitude of the people that want to be in your life will be in your life. Stop trying to force things to happen. And it seems like she's kind of just living in that world, and it really seems to be working for her. He never had a conversation with his daughter about not going to school for her senior year. All the opinions for what seems like a lack of parenting. He if he cared, he should have had that conversation. It seems like he just assumed that it seems like there was a huge breakdown in communication. You're absolutely right, Allie. It was a conversation that should have happened because he's coming from it at a standpoint of, well, they've been traveling this whole time. He's just assuming like if she has the opportunity to go back to school, she's gonna go back to school in person. Never once did truly factor into that conversation, which was that just edited out, but is truly going to school in person. And I am confused a little bit. I wonder why Savannah opted to do online school, because if she is living in that camper with her mom and her brothers have moved out and she has literally no one, I would wanna go to school if I were her. That would be like an outlet for me. So I'm curious why she opted to, because I'm sure Janelle didn't force her to stay home. Let me go up and we'll go to some questions. I should have rewound. We're the only people she listed that love truly Christine's kids. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that too. I saw a Reddit thread that was talking about it, and I guess it just didn't like penetrate my brain very well because I didn't catch up. But she did say like Aspen, Peyton, and Mitch, I believe, which yeah, those are all her kids. So I mean, she remember when she got really upset that she couldn't go hug Ari and Saul? That was pretty early on in the pandemic, and I think Robin and Cody have really done a good job at killing the relationship, any chance of a relationship that their kids are gonna have with the other siblings, and that's really sad. Like I said, I don't know, maybe like 2 videos ago, I have incredible sympathy and compassion for Robin's kids because I just think that first of all, they're supposed to, they're looked at by all their other siblings as like the favored children. So they're not getting any sympathy from their other family members, the family members that know what it's like to be a Brown. They're not getting any sympathy from them. And it has to be really hard. It has to suck real bad. He didn't even know how much pain his daughter was in. Yeah. All he would have to do is Google scoliosis, if that's what you're referring to. And you I don't know. Cody's not a dummy. That's the thing. He's not a dummy. And it's infuriating when he makes these excuses that are just mind-boggling. Like, Isabel can call me whenever she wants. Well, but same. You can call her whenever you want. You can schedule a COVID test for her to go to. Those were super easy. CVS, go online and click, click, click. Those were not hard to do. You could have done that. It would have taken you 2 minutes if you really cared. And now you're dragging your feet that now she wants to go to in-person school and now I have to see her in the snow. Nancy says, I think what revealed Robin's character was her attitude towards Truly. She wouldn't even let her near siblings. It's not like the poor child didn't just want affection from them. Exactly. And, at this point, Cody is opting for his protocols over like what the CDC is saying. And I know even at this point, the CDC kind of would like say one thing and then another day it would be another thing. So it's kind of confusing. And a lot of people were like, you know what, I'm just going to like wear this mask just to be safe. People are still doing that. Um, but it seems like Cody took like common sense and raised it to a whole nother level as an excuse. And his entire family saw right through him. Now Christina's gone. Mary will be the scapegoat for everything. I'm sure the catfish will be back in talks. I'm sure. Well, something I caught on and I wanted to talk to you guys about was that conversation when they're talking about what they're going to do on Coyote Pass, and Cody and he's holding the Plexus pink drink. I don't know if you guys caught that, but I was like, oh, nice silent plug for the MLM. But he was saying like, now's the time, ladies, like I need you to get creative, like whatever you think, like almost like I need you guys to generate money. He didn't say that exactly, but that definitely was the impression that I got. And now that Christina's leaving, she was obviously bringing in a lot of money. And keep in mind, I don't know how much they were contributing to the, you know, shared pot. I think Mary at least contributes a great deal to any shared household income or shared expenses. But being completely financially independent and not taking from what's Cody and Robin's, that's a big deal too. Cody not having to financially support 3 other households, the majority of his other kids, that is a huge relief. Like child support's super expensive. So he's really lucky, and I think Mary will be the scapegoat going forward. Did you guys notice though? It was on the preview for the next episode. She says that Cody suggests that she move to the B&B. So it's like on the one hand, obviously you want to keep these revenue. I'm going to call them revenue streams now. I don't think Cody looks at them as wives. He looks at them as revenue streams. So you want to keep these revenue streams close. Why are you suggesting that Mary go to Utah? That, I don't know, that's bold move. Bold move. The Shirley Temple curls need to go. Cody just thinks Christine is leaving for another man. I don't get that. It's so obvious. I mean, here's the thing. Christine is not opposed to finding love again. She has said that on the show. I'm sure that she probably has made that clear to Cody. So Cody is misinterpreting that as maybe she has another guy or something. But what should irk Cody even more is that Christine is viewing being alone as being preferable than to being married to Cody still. Lauren, I agree. He isn't planning on seeing his kids regardless, so it doesn't matter. The other thing, and I think this was for our benefit call out, I think Christine said early on in the episode, Avalon is born now. That has been such a benchmark for us, watching Avalon age and have her not even be born on the show. We're like, we know it just made the time gap so apparent. So it seemed like TLC was giving us like, okay, you guys, Avalon's born now. Like everyone could calm down. But really, Avalon is going to be celebrating her 2nd birthday in a few months. If Janelle was out of the picture, it would literally just be Robin. Mary, it's like an awkward ex that still hangs around. Honestly, I mean, Mary has kind of always, I'm not going to say demanded, but required more than probably what she really needed. I mean, I think it's a running joke, the wet bar and kind of all the customizations she wanted to her Vegas house. when it's only ever been her and Mariah. And while I completely understand and can appreciate her wanting equality in size, it's just at some points like just not necessary. And that's like a huge house to clean. So Mary has this whole house, and granted, now she has LuLaRoe merchandise that she has to store. So it actually makes sense that she has probably a couple extra rooms. But she could literally have like an in-law apartment or something above like Cody and Robin's garage, and come over and hang out with the kids and have this like awkward dynamic with Cody and Robin if that's what she really wanted to. That would be a lot more cost effective. And in this episode, we got the first Coyote Pass cameo of the season. So Janelle needs to move out of her house. The landlord is selling the property. And I don't know. I mean, I've never moved to Flagstaff. I've never lived in Arizona. I don't know what the market is like out there. But excuse me, my husband and we moved in August of 2020 from Los Angeles to Florida. And we like made the decision to move in July, and August 1st, we were moving out here. So it was very quick. I went online and found a place relatively easily. Granted, like Cody said, we didn't need as many rooms as Robin, but it wasn't incredibly difficult. So I think Janelle was maybe making that seem a little bit more dire than it was, but it seems like Janelle really likes camping. She really likes being one with nature. And this seemed like such a fun adventure for her. I think that was more like where she was coming from, because like I'm with Christine on this. This sounds like an absolute nightmare to me. Living in a camper, especially if it gets like that cold, the way they describe in Arizona. Like you think of Arizona, you don't necessarily think of snow, but it is the desert and gets very cold there. So anyways, kind of lost my train of thought, guys. Let's take some questions. They said for Savannah, most of her friends are still online. Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry. I think Savannah had travel plans open because her school was online. Gotcha. Cody thinking Christine is leaving him for another man. I just don't get that part. I cannot wait until she has another man, though. It is going to be chef's kiss. It's going to be so awesome. Seeing Cody, as someone posted, I was just on Reddit just before I came on here, and someone posted, I'm not sure if it was Aspen. I think it was Aspen's high school graduation, where Cody is like standing on his tiptoes because she's in heels and Christine's in heels. And someone was like, oh, like, just let me know when you see it, like what Cody's trying to like compensate for. Can you imagine Cody around a new love interest and especially for Christine? He has spent years degrading Christine, like just his whole nature of their relationship for him has been like he's been doing her a favor all these years. Oh my gosh, he will not be, I mean, he will be walking with what are those, like lifts in his shoes. Maybe he'll do something different with his hair. It's gonna be wild. I cannot wait. I hope that I don't know, TLC just throw her on 90 Day the Single Life. I know it doesn't make sense, but I would love to see Christine dating. Speaking of the single life, yes, it was only Christine's kids and their husbands. Ah, gotcha. Thank you. Speaking of the single life, Natalie, I know this is off topic, but Natalie like actually scares me. And that is a song for another day. I'll probably have to do a video about it because I have to talk about this. I was so uncomfortable watching The Single Life. I was even more uncomfortable watching her than I was watching Debbie and Debbie's boyfriend, who is very controversial. Anyways, I digress. Let's get back on point. She's pretty, smart, and a good catch. Yeah. Oh, she's pretty and smart and a good catch. Yes, yes, yes to all of those. Robin has tried to insinuate that her children was the closest to Truly, yet they saw each other 3 times a year. You know, it did seem though that truly Ari and Saul did like they tried to like run to each other. They had to be like kept apart when they had that family gathering at Coyote Pass. Robin was like chasing them down, telling them to like stay away from each other. So it does seem like there is a closeness there. But yeah, it's like, I don't know, when you grow up with like, I don't know, your cousins or something and you see them a few times a year, it's like always fun playing with them, even though you don't see them every day. And someone had sent me, and I'm going to make a video on this because it was a really good point. It was an old video from when they were talking about moving to Flagstaff and about the one house. And Robin and Cody, the reason why the person sent me this video was what they had to say about divorce in that video, which was really interesting. But something Janelle said in that video that I found also interesting was how much closer of a bond the oldest kids have because they did grow up in one house. And it's just a different relationship that even the middle kids have and the younger kids have. I mean, the younger kids just don't have a relationship at all. It's really sad. Shame on Cody and Robin. Exactly. Shame on them. Was anyone else pissed when Cody was downing Janelle for not having a plan? Please, mister, I never have a damn plan. Good point. Okay, so to be fair, I mean, Janelle really didn't have a plan. But yes, Cody moves everybody. At least Janelle was making a decision that was only going to affect her and Savannah. I found it really funny that she was like, "Oh, and you're going to like stay here sometimes, right?" And I was like, "Why are we even pretending that this is like also Cody's house?" Like Janelle did what was right for her, and that's understandable, but yeah, good point. Cody is the king of rash, impulsive decision making. So it's funny when he is caught off guard when he's on the receiving end of that. My kids range in age from 37 to 12. It is the parent's responsibility to nurture the relationship with your kids, regardless of age. Sooner or later, the kids will be done with being ignored. And Cody, this is a really good point, Tessa. Thank you for bringing this up. Cody is doing a lot of, they're 18, push them out of the house. They need to stand on their own. And Robin is doing her best to like walk a lot of that back. I think it was, I don't know, maybe the last episode or episode before where she was like, I disagree. I think the kids always need their dad no matter how old they are because her kids are aging and two of them are over 18. So it looks pretty silly for Robin. I mean, it's not Robin's fault what comes out of Cody's mouth, but for Robin to be sitting there allowing Cody or just supporting Cody in this BS that comes out of his mouth when she has adult children living in the home. So yeah, I mean, but Cody is always hypocritical, and the saddest thing is when you're hypocritical when it comes to your treatment of your children. Um, I don't think Cody really cares anymore. I don't know. The fact that he can't understand why it's not fine. She just stays in a loveless marriage. Also, he said he got married because he didn't know how to get out of it. I mean, if you are describing your wedding day, and this was even before, I don't know. This was, oh no, they were having like real issues. Christine described not real issues. I mean, they've always had real issues, but Christine described her wedding day as sad. I think that was like a couple seasons ago. And that's pretty telling. That's pretty telling. The smartest one of the whole family is Logan. Yeah. Logan was like, I am the oldest. Let me go to college. Let me get the hell out of here. let me not repeat. He's the oldest and he's the oldest boy, and he is living his life so opposite of Cody. And, Cody doesn't like trash talk Logan. I've never heard him really trash talk Logan. So I don't know if he like respects Logan more than the other kids, but it is funny that Logan seems to be very anti this lifestyle, or supports his family, but definitely doesn't want to like repeat the cycle. And Cody seems to be giving him a much more of a pass than, let's say, he gives like Gabriel or Garrison. I've always kind of felt like with Gabriel, Garrison, and Peyton, because these sons challenge him, it's he can't handle it. And I don't know, maybe like Logan just doesn't like verbally challenge him in that way. He's more like of a silent, just live my life kind of guy. I will never not have respect. I heard that Logan's fiance, I think they're getting married pretty soon. His fiance donated her kidney to a stranger. I think that is so incredible, of just the type of character that exists in that relationship. I mean, wow, how selfless. That is incredible. Cody can't imagine when a woman leaving simply because he's not good enough. Yeah. I mean, because anything he gives should have been good enough. Ugh, so messed up. Cody yelled at her to get away. And notice that it was Janelle's concern if she would see truly not Robin, not Cody, not Mary. Yes. Janelle really, in episode 3, when they were on that Zoom call about schools opening, Janelle was holding his feet to the fire just as much as Christine was. And I was like, yes, Janelle, this could be a twist this season. I really didn't think that Janelle would really leave him, because I feel like her life is just not ruffled enough. Like I feel like the status quo has been good for her. And if it had continued in any semblance of that form, it would have been fine for her. But I think even Janelle, unbothered Janelle, is starting to get sick of this shit. And she's like standing up for her kids. She's standing up for Christine and Christine's kids. I don't know. What if the knife? I saw someone say, "What if the knife and the kidney was to Janelle, or not? Yeah, to Janelle." I'm like, wouldn't that be? Wouldn't that be? But I don't think so. I really do think that was towards Christine, because I don't think Cody has ever made mention of the sacrifices I've made to love Janelle. He's never spoken like that about him and Janelle's relationship. So I do think it was about Christine. But what if there is a curveball like that coming? Whew. I worry about Leon. I do too. You know, Gwen in season 16 was wearing in a couple episodes, in their Christmas episodes, her feminist t-shirt. And Gwen is part of the LGBTQ plus community. Leon is part of the LGBTQ plus community. And initially Cody was super supportive. They went venue shopping for Audrey and Leo in the beginning of season, was it 15? Oh God, I don't even know anymore. Anyways, they went venue shopping for them at one point, and super supportive. It's interesting to see, is there still a relationship there? Are they still supportive? We see that Mary has been supportive. Leo's siblings, several of them are supportive, but with this comment that he made about like reinvoking, resurrecting the patriarchy, that that can be very triggering. If if you for his female children, and he has it's and when you have children that are part of the queer, non-binary, trans community, and you say something like that, I don't know. I think that would really ruffle feathers, and maybe that is part of what Gwen was talking about, um of being like obsessed with like wanting to maybe start a YouTube channel and react, because I would have loved to hear her reaction to those comments. But yeah, I worry for Leo. I worry for all his kids. But I especially worry about the kids because over the years they've made comments like, what was one of the earliest things they said, where when it was suggested that why don't the wives take more husbands, and I think it was Mary that said we don't go weird or something like that. So they've made comments like that. Obviously, I think Mary has like evolved and been educated by her child, and just change. I think she genuinely has changed her viewpoint on a lot of things. But I don't know if Cody has. I don't know if Cody has. Sob and Robin. Yep. Logan is going to be fine. I agree. Oh, thank you, Elise. That was about all of the adults sleeping together, which, watching anytime there's a show about polygamy, I'll watch it. It's fascinating to me. Um, and then we see the Davises on. No one everyone has always been like, "Wait, I don't get it. Why do people always think we like share beds or something?" And then we see the Davises on Seeking Sister Wife last season. They surprisingly probably one of the most functional polygamist families. Definitely marches to the beat of their own drummer, and they all shared a bed. That sounds horrible. That sounds like my worst nightmare. Even worse than camping would be to share a bed with like more than just my husband. I have to believe Mary stays because business is good. Oh, because it's good for her business. I can't accept that it's because she actually can't let go of Cody. I've read that same sentiment and I agree. I do think that obviously having a big social media presence and being on TV would be good for anybody that is part of an MLM, and I this is so good for her business. And then she also has the B&B. And I think staying on the show, staying relevant, staying in the press, staying in headlines, none of that hurts. And I kind of feel like Mary made peace with the status of her relationship with Cody a long time ago. I really don't feel like it bothers her very much anymore. I need the Davis family to have their own show. I hope that they bring them back, because I really did not think that Danielle was going to accept their proposal, and then she got married to them and now they have a baby. And they all stay-at-home thinker, trophy husband. I am They never disappointed. They never disappointed. My husband and cat are too much to share a bed with, LOL. I agree. So, my husband and I, whenever we travel, usually instead of getting a room with like one king bed, we'll get a room with two queen beds, because it's kind of like a vacation. Like, I love my husband, but we say we like to be alone together. Like, that is like a vacation. You can starfish across the entire bed. All of the pillows are yours to put under your head, under your leg, however you want it. No one's stealing blankets from you. I'm telling you, if you haven't tried it, you guys, it is a good time. And I love my husband, but I also love a night in a bed by myself. I'm not going to lie. Let me go back here. I am open to everyone having as many partners or wives, hubbies as they want, but no way am I sleeping with more than just mine. Hey, I'm whatever works, whatever works. As long as everyone's consenting, I really don't care. I know what works for me, what I would be able to tolerate, and that is just how I only apply my standards to myself. I don't apply them to other people. But what we can sit back and look at is how you treat people. And like Cody trying to invoke a patriarchy, demanding that he be the head of households he's never at, is absolutely absurd. Respect is earned. All the big time cult leaders, they put in a little bit of effort. Cody sitting there just expecting that he is going to tell his remaining wives of near 30 years that this is going to be the new normal is laughable. Laughable. Sorry, I don't agree. I think she is very, very bitter over the whole thing still. And watching Christine leave to just leave has dredged up a lot of emotion. That is a good point. Good point. But maybe I'm just bouncing my ideas off. I think Mary is bitter that she was embarrassed. Like that was a very embarrassing situation. And two, that it just didn't work out. I think Cody was absolutely right when he said Mary was leaving my ass. She says she wasn't, but I think she is full of it. If Sam, even if he didn't turn out to be that guy, if he turned out to be a guy, I think Mary was out of there. And the way it all exploded in her face just made her look silly. And yeah, I agree. She has to probably still be very bitter because she's also never really taken accountability for it. That is a problem I've always had with Mary, is that she comes at it from a place of she was bamboozled, she was tricked, she was sought after, people preyed on her. And I think that absolutely did happen. But at the same time, she has never owned her part in it. And, but I think she does absolutely carry a lot of bitterness, but I think she's kind of accepted the fact that this is her role in the family now, is like lovable Aunt Mary that comes over for holidays, and Cody will call her every once in a while, but there's no there's no daily interaction between her and Cody and Robin. Even on that phone call, that Zoom call, Cody was like, "Oh, it's been a while since I've seen you, Christine, since I've seen you, Janelle. Oh, and even you, Mary." Like, Mary was an afterthought. That was so sad. So sad. And we see Mary, um, when Cody apparently tells her to go move up to the B&B, she was like, "Hey, I'm the OG. It was me and you from the beginning." Part of me thinks like Mary is going to just stick it out till the end out of spite. I've kind of always felt like that. So thank you. I think you brought up a very good point. Wonder though, Ned from Try Guys has gotten so much more publicity with his fall from grace. Maybe Mary leaving would help her business. I went down that Try Guy rabbit hole today, actually. Wow. don't make yourself the wife guy if you're not going to be the wife guy, right? Like, wow. What a story. And yeah, absolutely. I mean, he lost everything. He really lost everything. If you guys don't know what is going on, just type in Ned Try Guides into YouTube and you'll see a ton of videos about the situation. But essentially, super popular group of creators called the Try Guys. They were seen as incredibly unproblematic. People loved their content. They were always trying things. They were the Try Guys. They started out at BuzzFeed and then branched out on their own. And this guy Ned, who was one of the Try Guys, also, all of their significant others were also part of their, because they built this big business. Like, it was a huge business. Ned's driving around LA in a Tesla. Like, they're big time successful. And apparently, he was having an affair with one of the producers, someone who also had a show on their network. And but he always came off as the wife guy, always talking about his wife. Also, he has kids. And yeah, now he just looks like a big old dum-dum. But when I tell you that I had never watched the Try Guy, I didn't even know who they were. And then I started like some channels that I watched started doing videos on them. I'm like, who are they? I watched some videos today of them like doing food challenges, like eat the menu type videos. And they're very entertaining. But yeah, their views are through the roof. Through the roof. They have to be. So yeah, that is a very long way to say, yeah, I absolutely think that Mary leaving would actually maybe help her business if she parlayed it the way Christine has. Stay a part of the show. Get your own spinoff. Maybe we could have B&B with Mary. Like, Mary did like a cooking segment with Leo from the B&B early on in their pandemic self-filming, and it was cute. I thought it was super cute. So she could do that. Mary could absolutely stand alone, and she doesn't need Cody. And actually, leaving Cody would get her a lot more, so people would rally behind her. I would also love for them to do a pillow talk, but with the cast of Seeking Sister Wives watching the season of Sister Wives. Ooh, I would be here for that. I would also be here for if any of the kids, the Brown kids, would want to do like a pillow talk. I would be here for that too. But I'm kind of more here for like if Gwen wanted to do like a YouTube channel, because she would obviously be under like far less constraints. Peyton, I think, has revealed more than he probably would have been allowed to on like Pillow Talk. But I would love to see the kids reacting to just the stupidity that comes out of Cody's mouth. In earlier seasons, Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Cody all taught their kids that they could choose their religion, that polygamy isn't for everyone, and it was their right to choose. Yes, that was, when Sister Wives started, keep in mind, like, this was on the heels of Warren Jeffs. Christine was a member, and I forget what the group was called, but they were like a pro polygamy, like, propaganda machine, like going out there, like showing people like polygamy isn't this bad child bride abuse, like welfare for all that stuff. Like, that's not what polygamy is. Polygamy is families. And that's what got them the show. So yeah, Cody in the early years always drove the point home to his kids that they could do whatever they wanted. And look, none of them want to live this life because they see what goes on behind the curtain. They see their dad as like the character on Sister Wives, Cody Brown, and they see the phantom dad that flies in from time to time. And they're like, yeah, no thanks. No thanks. I love pillow talk, at least the OG ones, not this new people. It'd be hilarious to have Sister Wives pillow talk. I am here for it. I'm here for it. They're really experimenting with the 90-day franchise, and I get that it's a little bit different because Sister Wives, you're following one family. But it would be interesting. I mean, they're experimenting a little bit with like Christine having her cooking show. So I don't know, never say never. Maybe they will say, hey, kids, anybody interested? You don't have to like your dad. You're not tied to your dad anymore. One of the saddest things, and I didn't really follow the Duggars too closely. I've, obviously the headlines you follow, but like the actual show itself. But I had heard that Jim Bob didn't pay any of the kids, and that's like really sad. And I really hope that that is not how it is for the Brown kids, because if they appear to, they deserve to be getting paid separately. I know that they for a long time got paid as a family. I hope Christine is getting paid separately, or they've worked out some sort of like agreement. But I digress. Christine is absolutely stunning. How dare Cody say that she disgusted him? Yeah. I mean, objectively, Christine is an attractive woman. If she's not Cody's type, great. Not everyone's going to find you super attractive, but the lengths that he goes to, I've never heard someone describe being just turned off by somebody in such detail multiple times. And this woman is the mother of 6 of your kids. Like it should be embarrassing for Cody that he would speak that way about anybody, let alone his wife. And is this the kind of example you want to set for your kids, for their partner, for them to seek out partners that speak that way about them? Ugh. Thank you for the super chat, Christina. I don't know how to display that, but thank you. Sarah, Mary never sees Cody. Yeah. Even when she did everything right, she quarantined for weeks, she didn't see anybody. Leo and Audrey went to run the B&B. She had her dogs and that's it. She still wasn't allowed to see the kids. Being single, that's every night alone in the bed. The old days. I kind of think Mary thinks she's being a badass. Yeah, I could see that. She seems so smug and proud of herself for how she reacted to Christine on the couch. Yeah. I don't know. Like I feel like Christine is getting a lot of surprised reactions from her sister wives when in any other scenario, if you saw your friend, like let's say one of your girlfriends was Christine and she's been talking to you about her horrible marriage for 12 years, she says she's been struggling with Cody. And then she tells you that she's leaving, I would be cheering my friend on, not going, what? Like, oh, yeah, like, did you think of the family? When is the last time has Cody thought of the family? I didn't share blankets and I don't like sharing a bed. I don't either. And it's okay. Like my husband knows this and like we have a king size bed. So like I have like my whole area, he has his whole area. It's awesome. But if we are on vacation, I am jumping into that queen bed to just lull myself to sleep. I'm way out of the loop on all my stuff. What happened to Ned from Try Guys? He was actually let go from the So when they left it was four guys. When they left BuzzFeed, they started their own company. And the four guys were like owners. So basically, he had an affair with one of the employees. She had her own show on the network, but essentially he's an owner and she's like a producer, host of another show. There's a power imbalance. Could leave the entire company liable for lawsuits. So I don't know if he stepped away or was fired or where they came to a mutual parting of the ways, but he's gone now. And all of their videos would get millions of views. So that's like big time YouTube money. So it's a big dumb decision he made. I can sleep with my hubs. He snores so loud and he throws his arms. He broke my nose once in his sleep. Oh my gosh, Shelly. Yeah, the things we do for love, you guys. The things we do. I don't know who he is kidding. Robin won't allow Truly near her kids. To her, Truly is Cinderella and Robin is the wicked stepmother. She makes me sick. Yeah, I'm not a Robin fan. I try to understand Robin, even though a lot of times it's hard for me to understand her because I just don't get it. Like the way she goes about things is just so not how I would go about things. But yeah, she remember when she had that like beef or she held like a grudge against Hunter because Hunter wasn't like super duper excited she was pregnant or having Saul. And it's like Robin seemed to always take things personally from the kids. And it's like, you're supposed to be their mom. Like, even if you do take it personally, you're not supposed to show them that you take it personally. I don't know. Yeah. I think the reason Cody adopted Robin's kids was for tax exemption. She may not know that, but I think that's why he did it. Yeah, I don't know how I don't know what their taxes look like. Um, Taxes can be very complicated. But yeah, I don't even know. Cody doesn't treat people with dignity, in my opinion. Ding, ding, ding. Hit the nail on the head. He I don't even think he treats Robin with dignity. He treats Robin like, I'm watching House of the Dragon, and if someone like the Hand of the King, super loyal, you get rewarded for your loyalty. But I don't think he respects Robin. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Um, there are times where we see that Robin absolutely like asserts herself and makes her wants known. A lot of us think, myself included, like she was the reason why the move to Flagstaff happened. But I think she kind of like pulls the strings from behind the scenes and it's not like an overt thing. She lets Cody think that he's leading. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he actually respects Robin. I think he just rewards her loyalty. Mary is adhering to the dogma. She is protecting her place on planet Cody. This is what I don't understand about the whole thing. Like, you have to have 4 wives to get the highest level of the celestial kingdom. Like, these are the same people, right? That you're gonna be with for all eternity, and you don't even like them now, and you wanna be with them forever? I never understood that. I never understood that. Ned from the Try Guy stuff. Okay, I would recommend, just type in Ned from Try Guys. There is a channel called like Spill Sesh, I think. Yeah, I think I'm subscribed to them. And they've done like 3 or 4 videos on the situation and they're like 10-minute videos, they're not very long. So if you just wanna like concise what happened, go to that channel. But yeah, if you just type it in, oh my gosh, millions of views, people making videos, times that Ned and this gal were, maybe like little too friendly on camera, and eh, it's a lot. I don't know these people. I never even watched them before, but I got sucked down that rabbit hole today. I have a theory that the Davis women are involved with each other too. They just keep it off TV. I don't know. I don't know. I completely agree. Me too. The entire family treats each other like dirt. They don't treat each other well. I mean, and here's the thing. Love Christine. Love that she's asserting herself. Love that she is demanding the treatment that any human being deserves. Um, but do I think that she always was like an angel? No. Like, and she has admitted that she, didn't always treat Robin all like, lovey-dovey. And so yeah, I think, not knowing anything about polygamy, I can at least say it looks very difficult. It looks like a very difficult lifestyle to live. And yeah, the family dynamics, I mean, you know how like, you can fight with your sibling, like I have a brother. I can fight with my brother. If you now talk about my brother, like we're going to have problems cuz that's my brother, you know what I mean? But how does that work if it's the person talking is also your brother? But it's like, are you more loyal to like your full biological siblings? And I think that is like how there were dynamics that absolutely happened where some of the kids would be closer, they might pick on some of the other kids because at the end of the day, kids are kids, and you correct their behavior, you teach them right from wrong, but I mean, none of the kids seem like serial killers to me, so I think, they dodged a bullet there. I think there is such a dark vibe this season. I agree. Cody is so volatile. Yeah, his actions appear as if he could very easily jump off the tracks in these interactions with Christine. I agree. Like, notice Christine when she said, like, don't point your finger at me. If you point your finger at me, the conversation's over. That smile from last season, everybody go enjoy your Thanksgiving, and then like that just serial killer smile that he gave. Um, yeah, I think there is definitely stuff bubbling coming to the surface. The knife in the kidney is gonna be probably one of the I don't know if it's the first time on camera that we're gonna see kind of how he really feels come out. You guys are gonna make me Google it, aren't you? You don't even have to Google that hard. It is wild. If you ever just this is gonna sound so petty, I don't know, whatever. Sometimes it's like you need your fix of drama, and it's like you're really glad it's not your drama or anybody but it's like, "Oh my god, those people are messy." I mean, that's why we watch, like, talk shows, right? I mean, that's why those were so popular back in the day because it's like, "Oh my gosh, like, wow, maybe I have my life a little bit more together than I thought I did." So yeah, it's like this is a messy, dramatic situation. And it's like, "Oh, I watched the 4 videos and I'm caught up. Okay, now I'll forget about it, whatever." The sad thing is that it is actually people's real lives. But Ned from Try Guys is real dumb. He did dumb things. He adopted them because he wants her, loves her. And you know what? It's so interesting, right? I've seen a lot of people kind of call out Cody and Robin, how how they iced out her oldest kid's bio dad. That was not the kid's decision. That was a Cody and Robin decision. They call I even saw someone posted a screenshot of, I think it was Brianna, referring to her dad as Preston instead of dad. And, they call Cody dad, they took his last name. There was a real conditioning of these kids to bio dad bad, Cody good. And and now he is sitting here wondering, oh, is Christine going to do that to me? It's very interesting. Did you give bio dad 50-50 custody? I mean, we know that the kids went to see them, and I think that that was begrudgingly on Robin's part. I don't think she wanted to send her kids off to have 2 weeks with dad. In one of the adoption episodes, Cody made a very brief remark that bio dad approached Cody with the adoption idea. I've heard, and see, this is the thing, because, bio dad has never spoken, even though we all want him to. Get that, people tabloid money, go for it, spill the tea. But because he's never given his side of the story, there's only so much conjecture and speculation we can do. We only have Robin and Cody, their account of the story really to go off of. But yeah, people have been saying it's because maybe they said they were going to forgive like back child support, or they, uh, who knows. But yeah, the dad signed off on it. He agreed to it. I don't know what the reasons were, but yeah. Respect is earned is true. Respect to Cody means that people have to do what he says. Yep. And that look for Cody, it's loyalty and compliance above everything. When he was describing his relationships with his wives, when Janelle bought the camper, and he was like, Janelle has kind of always like done her own thing. There's been times where we've been on the same page and times where we haven't been. And then he's like, and Christine was always mostly compliant. Mary was always mostly compliant too. And Robin, man, when Robin came into the family, she was just all about being a part of this family. So the sexiest thing to Cody is compliance. I used to like Mary, even though she wasn't close to her sister wives. She was a leader in keeping them together and organized. Now she's disappointing me in her reaction to Christine. I can see, if this truly was like a shock, which I don't buy that it was, if this was the first time they had heard about it, I could see them having a reaction of like, whoa, 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 how is this gonna like disrupt the status quo? But yeah, I think Mary's reaction is odd also because Mary didn't just sit and accept a non-intimate marriage either. She sought outside companionship. So, now that blew up in her face. But yeah, it is disappointing that she is not more supportive or more just understanding, like that this concept would be odd to her or a surprise to her. She was the one in the season finale telling Christine to look at the mountain. This was not a surprise. I'm gonna skip to the most recent comments because we're gonna couple more minutes here. We have another one. I was disappointed with Mary's reaction. Logan probably has pulled far away from Cody. Logan and his fiance though I always see them commenting on Leo's post. I think, what was it? McKelty, Aspen, we're part of, is his fiance's name Michelle? I don't know why Michelle is in my head. Anyways, if I'm wrong, correct me. We're at her bridal shower. So it seems like there is still a strong familial bond there, which is really great to see. Like, still a strong bond with like Christine's kids and, obviously Mary's child. So it seems like if he's not close to Cody anymore, that seems to be separate from his relationship with the rest of the family. Janelle has some of the best one-liners. Yeah, she really does. Dude, you're not even on the lease has got, I mean, they need to start their own merch lines because they need to trademark it, copyright it, whatever, and make some merch because it's hysterical. I think it was a shock to Mary because nobody talks to her. So I had this thought when, everyone gathers, was it in Janelle's backyard so she can tell them that she is moving and she bought the fifth wheel. If I was Mary, I'd be like, you guys called me all the way over here for this? At least with the Christine conversation, it was like some piping hot tea. But like, just FaceTime me. Have me there on FaceTime. Text me. Mary has always been jealous of Christine. That's why she got Robin. I really think that obviously, Janelle and Mary had long-standing issues. Christine and Janelle, I think, found like just such a bond early on. And then, yeah, I think Mary absolutely like recruited Robin so that she would not be alone. So then it'd be like 2 and 2. But then I don't know if she really counted on Cody just totally becoming 100% focused on Robin and nobody else mattered. Like, literally, that's what happened. I bet they're freaking out about their celestial kingdom, but I'm really happy Christine's getting out of there. If Cody is back into, because he did make that comment, I think it was in the first episode, that it's not that he doesn't believe in polygamy anymore. It's that like all of his wives are just ruining it for him. So if he is believing in polygamy again, wanting to still live the lifestyle, I am really curious if he's with the rebuilding, does that mean more wives? Because I think the like base level for like the premier celestial kingdom is four wives. So I think that's why Cody doesn't really care if they hate him. Just, stick around. Stick around, stay married. Getting Robin backfired on Mary. Absolutely. All right. I think Janelle knew before the backyard conversation. Do you think her questions about Truly was intentional for the camera and to get a reaction from Cody? I do. I think that Janelle and Christine are both letting Cody have just enough rope to, as that saying goes. I think that they are no longer trying to couch what he is saying and make it like, qualify it in any way. They are just, okay, yeah, oh, remember that kid you have, Truly? Well, what about Truly? Like, I think Janelle is really just over it. I think she's just like, give me my camper, give me my pond, give me, whatever, and leave me alone. I think she really just wants to be left alone. Like, let her do her thing, live her best. Like, I want her and Christine to just eat, pray, love about the country and just live their best lives, have their reawakening in their 50s, if you will. But with that, you guys, I am going to sign off. My daughter has picture day tomorrow, and my office is literally right on the other side of her room, so I'll stop shouting at her and let her go to bed. One more. Do you know it was an undercover hater? She used to be a sneaky little snake, but even I got sick of Cootie's bullshit. Cody has always exposed, but they usually try to cover it. Yeah, like, they would always try to be like, "Oh, well, actually," like, the kids would, like, call Cody out on something, and then it would cut to Janelle and Christine being like, "Oh my god, but he's such a great dad. The kids love him." And it's like, "Huh? Okay." So yeah, they're just not covering for him anymore. All right, you guys, I will see you in the next video. I will have a video out on Wednesday. The weather is lovely here in Florida now, so I don't foresee any power outages or any hurricanes, so that is good to go. But thank you guys for joining me tonight. This is always a fun time. I'll see you guys on Wednesday in the next video. And remember, tell your friends, come hang out with me on Mondays. It's always a good time. All right, take care. Have a good one, you guys. Much love.